Hey you, it's Jess here and it's so nice to see you. Today we're going to be doing another April plan with me for the week of 13th through the 19th. And I'm using this super bright, fun, colorful kit which was Chill and Chic. This was a Cyber Monday mystery I think a couple of years ago now. And this was reformatted, although this is still an older reformat. It hasn't been released in the new format that I know of. So I did have to pull out the date numbers from another set because I'm using the new Scribble Prints Co format date numbers for all of my spreads this year. So I just pulled out these sort of yellow ones that I felt like still went with the spread. And these are from the spring fall kit. I just cut them all off and keep them so I can, if I need the numbers from an old kit style, I can pull them in. So it does have the old date covers as well. I feel like most of the kit is pretty much the same. It's kind of the date numbers and the date covers have changed. But yeah, so I'm using this older one that was in my collection because I did want to bring out some more of that. And I really, really loved this spread. The first time I did it, I think I did it with a pink foil. But this time I did it with a bright orange foil from SPC because I felt like it did match like the sort of the tone of the orange that's in this set. And I think it turned out really cool. I have the bottom washi and the bougie boxes, and I'm going to use the icons and the work scripts throughout the spread. But I do like the way the orange looks. It adds to sort of the color, like the color wash that's going on in this set. And I just really love like this orange, pink, and green like vibe put together. It just makes me so happy, and I thought it'd be perfect as we're getting way more into spring at this point, and it was getting a little bit better weather-wise in Finland. But as per usual, I've color blocked and put the deco across the top, and yeah, I love the way it came out. It was again hard to choose which boxes I wanted to use, but I'm happy with what I got to use. So let's finish up with the base now and get started on the day by day. Alright, so if you watched the last plan with me for the week prior, that would have been the last video on my channel, you would have seen that I finished 3 books in that week. I finished my main book on the Sunday night, so I put in my other book here, which is Fury of the Gods. Let me have a look here, I think, yeah, and also this week I was without my ADHD medication because I just left it too late to book with my psychiatrist to book an appointment. I thought I had plenty of time, but she was super out in terms of appointments. So I just didn't have any meds starting from the Thursday prior all the way to the Saturday. So I did what I could. I worked a little bit where I could, but it was very hard. But yeah, but I did start my last book. So this book, actually, I had done most of my prompts for the Magical Readathon this month. I was still working on the Raven Scholar, my audiobook, as my last prompt. And so, but I finished the other prompts. So I got to read my own book here, which I picked The Fury of the Gods, which is the 3rd book in the trilogy of the Bloodsworn Saga by John Gwynne. And my gosh, what a book. I didn't finish it in this week. So we'll come back to that, but this is when I started Fury of the Gods. And let's start by the day by day. So this week, we're starting with Coffee Monday at the top. And then, I don't know, I think Locke went to the office on Monday and Tuesday. So it's kind of like alone. I felt like, I don't know, I'm kind of like, when I'm home alone, I have more motivations for some reason. I'm definitely not a body double worker. I like to be, when I work, I like to be not seen, not perceived. But yeah, so this morning randomly I did a workout video. I did a dance workout video. I think it was like a early 2000s, 90s music dance video and had no scrubs in it, and it was so good. It was like the no scrubs workout was actually, you wouldn't think it was, but oh my god, it kind of killed my arms. But it was a good little workout, and then I did do some work on a custom. I think it's like I was trying to do like the little workout in the morning here just to like get some motivation, you know, something going in my body for me to be able to work. Didn't entirely work, but I tried my best. But while I was working, I was listening to my audiobook, The Raven Scholar, which I kind of gave my opinions on in the last Plan With Me, but I will say it was just fine for me. I didn't really love the characters too much, and I don't know, it felt very YA coded, even though it definitely wasn't. They were supposed to be in their 30s, but it didn't hit for me. So Raven Scholar, then we watched some One Piece. I played a little bit of The Sims, and I read Fury of the Gods. I started the book this night. Alright, that's Monday. I apologize if you may not be able to hear it because it's not too loud, but there is some roadworks happening nearby, like drilling or something is happening in the background. So I apologize if you can kind of hear that, but Heidi is outside right now, so I don't really want to close the door on her because I may forget that she's out there and she is not good at trying to get back in. She just sits there at the back door, silently suffering like a dum-dum when she should be, you know, screaming, scratching on the door, but no, she doesn't really do that. So, and she's like fast asleep in a cube outside, so I don't really want to disturb her right now because I feel like if I close it, she'll notice and she'll be upset. So maybe better to live with a little bit of weird background drilling. So I apologize if you can hear that right now, but it's not as loud as it has been. So I think it should be okay. It should be in the background mostly. But again, I'm sorry. So on Tuesday, I did another workout in the morning. I also put some laundry on and got a little bit more work done. Okay. And then while I was working, I was also listening to The Raven Scholar. I was being good, listening to my book. And then we got Uga noodles this night. Uga noodles are really tasty if you get a chance to try them. Although I feel like they're much more wintry feeling, the noodles. They're spices. Like we haven't really gone for it in the summer once it got warm because yeah, they're a good cold weather noodle, I think. Then we watched some more One Piece, and then I was reading Fury of the Gods. I forgot to write a youth here, so it's you girl, but I don't want to go back and correct it, and I think it looks fine, but I forgot a you there, so just to let you know, it's not HR, it's HUR, but yeah, I don't, just in case I need more of my little things in the next pink one, I'll leave it. I think it looks fine. So on Wednesday, I did a YouTube binge. Then at the bottom, I want to put in that we watched some Nintendo Talk. I think this is when Tomodachi Life came out, so we watched Nintendo Talk play it at first. I still actually haven't bought Tomodachi Life myself. It's just been a bit too expensive for me lately. I've had other games to play. I do have an idea of like, I have a list of people who I would make on there, but I'm also like, I'm not dying to have it anymore, I guess. I enjoy watching other people play it. Maybe not really Nintendo Talk. He didn't really enjoy it much. But I watched a lot of Rochella and a lot of Little Simsy playing Tomodachi Life, and those are pretty fun. So yeah. Nintendo Talk. And so, I'm doing another little thing here. So Nintendo Talk, we watched some more One Piece. If you couldn't have guessed that we did that, One Piece. I'm going to put my reading on the bottom. And then in the middle here, I was playing some more of The Sims. Well, playing is probably a big word. I assume at the time I was also just messing with a lot of my mods because that's a large part of The Sims. And I've kind of just been like, meh, about playing again. I don't know. I was trying to like update my mods and stuff, and that kind of overrides the fun of playing it in the end. And that is the first half of the week finished. I love the way it came out. I'm glad I chose the orange. I think it goes really well with the vibes. It looked good with pink as well in the past, but orange is really doing it. Adding to the orange, because orange is only one of the colors in the spread, so I think that works well. Now we're going to do the darker pink on Thursday. And we're going to start with watching little Simsy play Tomodachi Life, basically. So I'm going to put that in. Then I also did some laundry here, and then playing more Infinity Nikki, my beloved Infinity Nikki. Then at the bottom here, because I was reading Fury of the Gods, it was a big, dense book, so you can see that it took me a while to read it. The Fury of the Gods basically is, yeah, it's a third book, so I don't want to spoil anything. But the trilogy is based on, like, it's a Viking Norse mythology based fantasy. Like, it's in its own fantasy world, but it's, you know, based off of those concepts. And you have a good mix of characters. I think there's 5 main point of views, which are like, there's 2 women and 3 men, maybe, yeah. And I think it's like, it was really, really well done. John Gwynn, there's a lot of fighting, a lot of action in it, and he obviously knows a lot about these kind of fights. So I will say the third book dragged on a little bit for me, because there was a lot of fights, a lot of individual endless battles kind of thing in it. They're all kind of different and well written, but it was a lot of battles, I will say, especially across the 3 books. This one had a lot of them at the end, but it was kind of like this kind of, it had big high stakes, you know. But I did overall really enjoy it. So we're on Thursday, yes. We had sushi for dinner from a sushi restaurant called Mashiro. Watched some more One Piece. I made chia pudding. I made it a cocoa chocolate chia pudding for the first time. I actually really enjoy it. I have to make another one soon, because we all need fiber in our lives, people. Protein and fiber and everything else. But yeah, I really enjoyed the chia pudding that I made. It was super easy. And then I was reading my book. The recipe would be, I'm pretty sure just a standard recipe. I just saved one off of Instagram. But it's like chia seeds, maple syrup, Greek, similar to Greek yogurt. Then you also have cocoa powder. I think that's it. That's all that's mixed in. But, and then you leave it overnight, and it's like super delicious. Yeah. It was Thursday. We'll start on Friday. Once again, I was watching little Simsy play Tomodachi Life and just watching her videos overall. And then, let me put this here. Oh yeah, I talked about this in the last plan with me. So, you would have seen the last plan with me. I was doing research on printers, and not last plan, the plan with me before. Okay, so it wasn't last week, but the week prior, which was the Project Space spread. I was researching printers then, and I was able to get the printer that I wanted for a good price, and it arrived on this day. My new Canon printer, which has reusable, like fillable tank ink. And I have really enjoyed using that. So the new printer this day, watching Little Simsy, and then we got lunch delivered from Gaijin, which I talked about in that the Project Space plan with me, because I got confused. But Gaijin, it's like, it's a really nice restaurant if you go there for dinner, but their lunch menu and their lunch delivery is awful. And honestly, they kind of got it wrong, and it's just, it wasn't worth it. It's terrible. Don't get their lunch. All right, and then it was my psychiatrist appointment. And that was like very annoying at first, because I think it was booked for 2 p.m. So I like logged into the telehealth thing and I was sitting there from 2 p.m. Sitting there a bajillion time, like all the way. I think it was a 30-minute. Yeah, it was a 30-minute appointment. So I was just sitting there waiting for her to join the call until 2:30, where the call ended because the appointment was over, and I was like, what the heck? And then suddenly the screen was like, oh, you have a call. So I opened it and she was like, oh, have you been sitting there for... So she had mistakenly, the appointment on her side mistakenly said 2:30, so I believe. Or even 3. I can't remember how long I waited. It was a long time. But I had gotten it at 2. And then the other thing is she was trying to call me because it took me a while for the system to, like, the telehealth thing to boot me and then her able to call me because I was still in that appointment kind of thing. And she said she was trying to call me, but they had, like, my old number from my prepaid number, and I switched to a contract phone number since I'd lived here for so long. Finally got a real phone number, so she had my old phone number, so she couldn't call me, and she was like, I'm sorry, were you sitting the whole time? Because I was told 2, and she was told a different time. And anyway, so I sat there for like, it was either half an hour or an hour, I can't remember anymore, but I was just sitting there like, why? And then the appointment was like 6 minutes long in the end. We're just talking about, like, you know, it's doing well for me, reported my blood pressure, and yeah, well, and she said, well, now you've been on it for like 2 years now, so we can extend. So now my prescription is for 12 months until I need to, like, email and get a new prescription, like a renewal, and then it'll be 12 months again until I need an actual appointment. So now instead of my appointments being yearly, it'll be every 2 years, unless I need help. I can email at any time and get an appointment, but yeah, so now I have, instead of only 6 months in my prescription to renew, I now have 12 months in my thing, and yeah, it's really, really good. So because it's going so well and my blood pressure is still great, it's pretty much always normal. So yeah, that was really good in the end, because it's really, really hard to do appointments and renewal stuff, because once again, ADHD makes that even harder. So that was nice, at least. But yeah, it was just a whole mess up with numbers, and now she has my proper number, but still, I waited for ages just sitting there. And like all morning I was like dreading this appointment, so anyway, at least it wasn't in person, because otherwise I would have shown up so early. Luckily it was just over like a Zoom thing, so yeah, that was a psych appointment. Then I was kind of just like, I couldn't do anything else the rest of the day. I was out of it. So we watched a new episode of The Pit, watched One Piece, and we got Pueblo Bar and Taqueria, our favorite tacos. So the great thing about their tacos is they send it to you like deconstructed. So you have like the tortillas wrapped up separately in foil, and then the container you have a thing of Mexican fried rice. You have a thing of refried beans, and then you have the like meat mixture that you go in the tacos by itself. And then we get a whole bunch of little hot sauces. We got 3 different ones each time. And then you just like make your taco, lime as well. And then when I have leftover meat, because they give you way more meat than can fit into the taco, these soft taco tortillas, I literally like put like spoon all of the rice in and all of the refried beans that I have left over into the meat and mix it up and just eat it like that. Delicious. So we're really liking this Mexican place here in Finland. It's not like, there's plenty of Mexican places, but it's not always the best food. So yeah, this place is really good. I think the main thing is that they're actually Mexican. That makes a big difference, I think, with just the quality overall. Okay, so thinking about what I want to do here. This here, and then this one. So Saturday, well, after my appointment, I had my new script. So first thing in the morning, I went to the chemist. I think they open like 8:30 or 9. I think it's like more like 9 on a Saturday. Actually, I don't know if I took it this day. I think I might have been too late, so I went. I started back my meds on Sunday. But yeah, I was finally able to pick up my new script from the chemist, and then was watching some more Little Simsy, and then did some more laundry. I just used this little coffee cup for that because I was trying to use what I could from the included doodle sheets, because I didn't have too many matching pink stuff overall to go with it, so I was using what I could, and I think chemist makes sense. Plus it was like in the morning, I wanted to get that stuff done. And then let me put this down the bottom here. But I don't have any. What do I want to use up here? Maybe I can fit this. We did our we did all of our meal prep, it looks like, on this day, on Saturday. Just cooking up our 2 lunches for the coming week. Alright, I don't have, but I'm gonna have to do little things with the sticker, so it'll be fine. So I did meal prep, then watched One Piece, and then we got Korean for dinner. We got the best Korean place here called Manna, and they just have really good Korean chicken. That's why I love it the most. So meal prep, One Piece, Manna, and then I played some Sims this night. And I was really trying to stick to the foil bundle here, which this is an older foil bundle, so there's only half the little icons, so I was kind of just using whatever I had at hand, like for One Piece and whatnot, because I didn't have a bunch of TVs, you know. But I think that still works all right. Then Sunday, I did some more laundry, probably washed the bedding on this day. And then I played some more Sims. I think I was finishing up with my Very Veggie Legacy, like the 1st gen. And I was moving out my 2nd gen and, you know, making sure her world was all correct and up to date. One Piece, and then we're watching One Piece. So the soaring is getting louder, so I'm glad we're almost finished. And I apologize if it's annoyed you, if you've heard it. And then I believe this must be right. Yeah, this must have been when right before 2.5 was announced for Infinity Nikki, because there was a Chinese live stream for the update, for the next update. And they only do that for really big updates, so I assume this was the 2.5 Boneyard update Chinese live stream. Obviously, it's all in Chinese, so I don't understand what they're saying or what the text is, but I just really enjoy watching the live stream and getting the information, seeing the new outfits and the new map and everything. So that was on Sunday. I think this last one was on a Saturday instead. This was on Sunday, the live stream, and then I was playing a lot of Infinity Nikki, obviously, with hype from the information. But their live streams are like an hour long, and they get, I don't know, they're just super tiring. There's just so much to look at and to like take in, and so much hype. So I'm super tired after Infinity Nikki live stream. So obviously the rest of my day was done. And you can see I wasn't really reading it during these days. I just sort of, I don't know, I fell off reading for a little bit. I was just like, oh, my brain is dead. But it was too hard to focus, and I was going to sleep instead and watching videos on my phone most likely. But that is the completed second half of the week, and I do love the way it came out. But let's put it into the planner and finish up. Alright, that is the finished spread now, all in the planner, and I think it looks so good. I do love the way the orange has turned out, especially in person. It might look, it feels like it looks a bit different on my screen, but in person it's like the perfect kind of orange to go with this spread. I do love the way it looks. it just really adds to that, just that wash of color, that maximalist color coming in, the Y2K colors. But if you like this, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. Leave me down below just some pink and orange hearts. I think there's orange hearts. Anyway, so pink and orange emojis down below in the comments to let me know that you've watched and enjoyed this. But otherwise, let me know what you thought. And I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. I love you. Bye-bye.